I remember we were having a very difficult time because I think Bayern was the team that they played better. They had a better performance.
Everybody, it has been the most perfect day in Barcelona. The breathtaking Nou Camp Stadium is a most perfect setting. Some of Manchester United's footballers neared perfection this year.
We were working hard trying to get that goal, but we didn't, in my recollection, we didn't create a lot of opportunities.
It's Basler. Oh, deflected and in!
Second now being a bit lucky as well, you know, they hit the post and I think the crossbar as well once. But the main thing for us was, and we've shown that in the game before in the Champions League as well, that we always kept on going, and that was winning the league as well.
Cleared, Giggs with a shot, Sheringham! Beckham into Sheringham, and Solskjaer has won it!
Are there any that you decided to get rid of or let go that in retrospect you wish you'd kept for another couple of years?
Jaap Stam is the one, without question.
Really?
Yeah, I made a mistake there.
Jaap Stam added steel and strength to United's backline when he joined from PSV in 1998, and the fans took to him straight away.
The guy's just a mountain. He's just a mountain, and I actually met him when he first came to Old Trafford. Shook hands with him and his hands just wrapped completely round mine. And I always remember that day. It was a fantastic day.
Jaap Stam, the big Dutch man. Get past him. I won't finish the rest. But no, he was immense.
I think he's enjoying it, let me tell you. He doesn't seem to me like a guy who shucks a physical confrontation.
I think the thing we liked about Jaap Stam, and something I liked about him as well, was his size. You know, you want your centre halves built huge. You want giants there, crunching tackles, big-headed.
Who you didn't want to face really, it would be Jaap Stam. I mean, some of the tackles were just unreal.
He was very flexible, I thought. Like I said, for a big chap, you know, he could do a bit of everything, couldn't he? You know, frighten people as well.
He was quick. Not only was he so tall, but he was quick, and to try and beat someone that size for pace as a striker is normally your only sort of way of getting past him, and couldn't even do that because he'd either stick out a big leg or he'd put you in the air. So yeah, he was a fantastic player.
He's been impressive again. You don't see Stam muscled out of much, man, do you? That was great defending again from the Dutch.
If you were lucky enough to watch Jaap Stam during that era, then you know what I mean. He wasn't just a defender, he was a sentinel. He played every game like it was personal. He stared strikers down like a hitman sizing up a target. He made opponents fear him, and sometimes you'd ask yourself, is this guy even human? Is he on something? But that's what makes his downfall so unsettling, because just 2 years later, Manchester United sold him abruptly. No press conference, no farewell, just gone. And from that moment, the cracks began to show. We'll get to that mess later. Right now, let's dig into the early life of Jaap Stam, the journey that carved him into the monster he was on the pitch and the candid man he was off it. If defenders were built in a lab, Jaap Stam would be the prototype. Shaved head, piercing stare, shoulders like a heavyweight, and a tackle that felt like a brick wall learning to move. But beneath the fearsome exterior was a smart, calculated defender who didn't just stop you, he erased you. His journey didn't begin under the lights of Old Trafford or the San Siro. It began in the small Dutch town of Kampen and on the scruffy pitches of PEX Zwolle. Back in 1992, Stam was just another name on the team sheet. He had joined PEX Zwolle from amateur side DOS Kampen, a tall, lanky defender, hardly the beast we remember. He only played one season, 1992-93, at Zwolle, but he made enough noise to earn a move to Cambuur, and from there, it was a steady rise. At Cambuur, Stam got his first real taste of top-flight football. The club struggled and eventually got relegated, but Stam didn't fade with them. Then came 1995. Stam signed for Willem II, and here's the twist, he barely unpacked his bags. After just 6 games, FC Groningen swooped in. It felt sudden, but Groningen saw something, and this is where Jaap Stam became a player. In the summer of 1996, PSV Eindhoven made their move. This was the same club that developed stars like Romario and Ronaldo. They saw in Stam a defender who could anchor their future. The transfer fee, around £2.5 million, a gamble for a centre-back from a mid-table side. And then, Stam exploded. In his first season, Stam became an automatic starter. He played like someone who'd been at the club for a decade, and the stats backed it up. 1996 to 97 season 29 league appearances, 5 goals, 2.7 tackles per game, 2.3 interceptions per game. Among the top 3 for aerial duels won. That season, PSV won the KNVB Cup, but more importantly, Stam was named Dutch Footballer of the Year, 1997. Yes, a centre-back. In the land of Bergkamp, Kluivert, Seedorf, Jaap Stam was the best. His reputation shifted overnight. He was seen as the most complete defender in Dutch football. By the 1997-98 season, the world was watching. Stam stayed one more year, played 26 league matches, scored 4 goals, helped PSV finish near the top. By the end of that season, Sir Alex Ferguson had seen enough. He wanted Stam to replace Gary Pallister. In 1998, Stam signed with Manchester United for £10.6 million, a world record fee for a defender. The moment he stepped into Old Trafford, he changed the entire mood of the backline. Big, bold, brutal, but more than that, fast, smart and ice-cold under pressure. 1998 to 99, his first full season, the treble season, he played 51 matches in all competitions, including 30 in the Premier League, as United charged toward an achievement never seen before in English football. They won the league, they won the FA Cup, and then they conquered Europe in the most dramatic final imaginable. Behind the chaos and attacking flair, Stam stood calm, commanding, and unfazed. While York, Cole, Giggs and Scholes ran the show going forward, it was Stam who held the line. His defending was clean, deliberate, and scarily efficient. He didn't dive in because he didn't need to. He saw danger before it arrived. He used his pace to shut down space and his strength to brush off world-class forwards like they were children. During his time at United, 127 total appearances, 79 Premier League games, 42 clean sheets in the league, over 4 aerial duels, 1 per game, 2+ tackles, nearly 2.5 interceptions per match, 0 errors leading directly to goals. In an era filled with elite attackers, Jaap Stam was the defender nobody wanted to face, and he got his flowers. PFA Team of the Year, 1999, 2000, 2001, UEFA Best Defender, 1999. In 2000-01, United conceded just 31 league goals. Best defensive record in England with Stam at the core. And then, just like that, it ended. August 2001, only a few games into the season, Stam was sold to Lazio. No warning, no tribute, gone. The reason? His autobiography, a few training ground details, some mild criticism of the club's transfer methods. Ferguson acted fast, too fast maybe. Years later, even Sir Alex admitted, "We made a mistake letting Jaap go." And it showed. United struggled for years to replace him. No one ever brought the same balance of steel and serenity. Stam spent only 3 seasons at Manchester United, but in that short window, he delivered 3 Premier League titles, FA Cup, 1 Champions League. He helped shape the spine of the club's greatest ever team. He wasn't there long, but while he wore the shirt, Jaap Stam was the most feared defender in Europe, a defender you simply couldn't get past. And to this day, no one at Old Trafford has truly filled his boots. At Lazio, Stam didn't slow down. He adapted to Italian football like he was born for it. While United's defense became shaky without him, Stam was doing what he always did, shutting things down quietly and ruthlessly. 3 seasons, over 70 league matches, still one of the most respected defenders in Serie A during a golden era for defenders. Then in 2004, another move, AC Milan. He was in his 30s, but played like a man 10 years younger. He joined a squad filled with legends, Maldini, Nesta, Cafu, Pirlo, and didn't just fit in, he elevated them. In 2005, he helped Milan reach the Champions League final against Liverpool. That infamous night in Istanbul, 3-0 up, 3-3, lost on penalties. Stam started that match. It stung, but it didn't change how solid he'd been throughout the tournament. By 2006, with age creeping in and his contract ending, Stam returned home. Ajax. One final chapter. The boy from Kampen, once told he wasn't fast enough or elegant enough, was now the veteran leader at one of Europe's most historic clubs. He played 1 season, captained the side, helped Ajax win the KNVB Cup in 2007, but by October of that same year, he retired. His body could no longer keep up with the game he'd mastered for more than a decade.
Martin, do you? great defending again from the Dutchman.
You could speak about so many players at United, and you could say over and over again, dedication, dedication, love the club, and he was one of them. I think he'd put his body on the line for United.
As much as we love the flair players and we've got excited about things that Rooney and Ronaldo have done over the years, I think if you've got a big crunching centre-half who takes man and ball and stamps his authority on the game, then that's what you want. And Jaap Stam was, as defenders go, that in my time watching United, he's been most physical, strongest and probably my favourite defender.